Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ginger Street Boutique. I hope you're having a good day. Today in this tutorial, I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. I was supposed to start at 11. It's almost 12 already. I was having a little bit of difficulties. It's been a while since I've recorded live, so excuse me. But anyway, today in this tutorial, I wanted to share with you these little heart they're wire hearts covered with tissue paper, or you can use napkins, any kind of thin papers. You don't want to use scrapbook papers, but some sort of paper. But I like using the tissue. Looks really cool. And then the little glassine bags, I just stamped on the front of these, and then the little bookmarks go inside. And this is what they look like when they're all completed. And what I did is I put a little bit of the Glossy Accents over the top of it. And see on this side, this was made out of a little napkin wrapped around it. And then I put the Glossy Accents. I don't know if you can really see how shiny it is, but it just kind of brings out the color in them a little bit more, makes them a little bit more brighter and really cool. But you put the little embellishments underneath, put the Glossy Accents over the top, and then they turn out really cute, and it preserves everything. But so these are all the ones that I've already made. There's that one, and then here's another one with just the plain tissue paper, and then that's what it looks like when it's all done. But I won't go through all these completed ones with you because we're going to make some here on the video. But these are all the ones I've made so far, and I've got a ton more to do. I like to use these, put some in my purse, and I take them with me, and then like when my husband and I go to dinner or out anywhere, even the grocery store, the bank teller, I like to just hand them one of these, or I'll leave it with my tip at the table. It's a cute little thank you, and you know, it just makes people smile, you know, when they get something handmade, and you know, it's out of the norm, you know, they weren't expecting it. So I just like to give those as little thank yous, as little tokens. But anyways, you can use these for whatever you want. You can hand them out, give them as gifts, even use them as tags, put them in your journals, junk journals, daily journals, put them in a little tuck or something. It's just something you just pull out and makes you smile. And that's why I like making these. They're just really cool. Now this is what they look like when they're complete, before I start embellishing them. Now I made a bunch of these last year, and I just left them plain like this. And so this year I was like making a bunch more, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna embellish some of them because I really got into making my clusters, and I really like making the clusters, and this is what they kind of remind me of. You know, you just add things on them and decorate them. And so that's what gave me the idea. But you could even leave them just plain like this, and they're just as pretty. They're just as cute. There's that one. And then here's a little blue one. And then I made a little pink one. And then the ones that I really like are these ones, because then you don't really have to embellish these. They look really cool with just the newspaper print tissue paper. So anyway, those are some of the ones that are just plain that I still have to decorate. And then these are some that I've already got them laid out, but I haven't glued the pieces down on them. That's what all these up here are. I've laid out everything on them, but we still need to glue them and then put the Glossy Accents on them. So first off, I'm going to show you how to make the heart. They're really simple, and it really doesn't take much to make them. But this is, I do believe it's the floral wire. I'm not sure which gauge this is. I've had this forever and ever. And I have this great big roll of it. It came like this. It looks like this. I don't know. I've just had it forever. So I believe that's what this is. It's just the floral wire. And it's about approximately, I think, 7.5 inches. Let me check. You can make your hearts as big as you want or as small as you want, but in order for them to fit in these little, yeah, this is about 7.5 inches. In order for them to fit in the little glassine bags, you would have to make them pretty skinny, like squish them up a little bit more to make them fit if you made the wire any bigger. So you can't get them too fat. They have to be kind of skinny. So what I do is I just kind of fold it in half, make my ends even, and then just overlap them. And then I just take my flat-edged little jewelry pliers. You can use any kind. And then I just twist the ends together. And it's probably about maybe a 1/4 of an inch that I twist together down here on the end. Just kind of get them to where they stick together. Okay, there we go. Make it kind of straight, even it out. Then I take my round nose pliers here. Put my, there we go. And then you just take the ends and then you twist it around. Okay, so you have that little circle right there. See how it's like that? And then you just kind of twist it again. Okay, and close that little circle. Then I take the flat-nosed pliers again, and then I just kind of roll it up a little bit. Now this part, I usually take the wire and kind of flatten it out a little. Okay, kind of flatten it out. And then as you bring in, make sure this outside wire right here is flat up against the edge of your little circle right there, and then just kind of roll it up. And then as you bring it around, make sure this outside edge is going flat with it as well. So you want them to kind of roll up together. Okay, and then just put it like about that far up. You can make it however big you want your tail to be. You can roll it around a couple more times if you wanted to. So then you got it like this, okay? So it's like, it looks just like that. All right. Then what I do is I just put my finger up here at the top, and then I just push down in the middle and holding each side of your little rounded shape. And there's your little heart. And now you can shape that up however you want. If you wanted to push it in a little, make it a little bit skinnier, you can do it like that. You can make it a little bit fatter. You can make it however shape, whatever shape that you want to put it in. There you go. And you can just shape it. So there you have it. Any way that you want. I want to make mine a little skinny. Okay, so there's your little heart. Then just take a piece of tissue paper, and I have the newspaper print tissue paper. And then what I do is I just kind of lay the heart on it. And you want to leave, oh, I don't know, about 1/8 of an inch of a space around each edge, because you're going to fold this edge over the top. And even if it's a little bit more, it's okay, because you're going to cut off all the trimming anyway. So and then just cut around the heart. There we go with that. So then you have a little piece that just barely fits around your heart. Okay, then what we're going to do is I use the Tombow multi-purpose glue. You can use whatever adhesive that you like. Let me get one that's opened. There we go. You can use whichever. You could even use your glue stick if you wanted to. It's kind of hard with the tissue paper though, because you don't really want to tear your tissue paper. And then what I do is I take and put the glue right on the wire, okay? Right around the edge of the wire. And holding on to the tip, okay? So just like that. And then, oops. lay it face down on your tissue paper, just like that. Okay, and then just put a teeny tiny bit around the edge of the heart again on the back side. And even down here on the bottom. Okay. And then just start folding. I like to fold on the flat side over here first, and fold it over, and fold it over. And as you come around, then fold up your end over here. And then kind of pull it just a teeny bit on this side, because you kind of want to make sure it's nice and tight when you pull it around. You don't want to have too many wrinkles. And it's okay if it does have wrinkles, because it's adds character to it. Okay, and this isn't gonna fold, so you gotta cut that in just a little bit. So this is the artistic part. You just get to play with it and fold it, and it's kind of messy. You get glue everywhere, but and then just round where it's cornered. This part we might want to cut off some of that because it's a little bit too much. And then just clip, clip, and there we go. Hello, Monica. Welcome. Hello. Okay, and so then here we go. We've got it wrapped around just like that. Now it looks kind of messy like that on this side, but then look at over here. It looks pretty on that side. So in order to remedy that, what I came up with, this is how I did it. Oops, I'm going to cut off this little piece right here because it's not glued down. Is I took another piece. So see how this one is perfect on that side, and then on this side it's all covered too. You don't see any of the seam binding on either side. So what I did was I just took my tissue paper again and I kind of laid it over the top, and then I kind of laid it right like that, and then turned it over, and then I kind of cut around. Oops, sorry, took that off of camera. Turned it around. Like that. And then I'll just glue that down. And see, and then it covers it all up. How you doing, Monica? Thanks for joining me. All right, so oops, let me take a little bit of this glue again. And then I'm just going to run it right along the inside edge of the wire right here. Oops. Just a little teeny bit. You don't want to have too much because then it gets really mushy. And then just lay your piece of tissue over the top. And then it'll stick in there if it doesn't stick to your fingers. Okay, let's pull that little piece out. And of course, everything is not going to work perfect for me today because I'm on camera right now. And then just lay it down. And then whatever's like hanging over the edge, you can clip it off. Kind of trim it up, make it look a little bit neater and nicer. And there you go. Here's your little heart. Perfect on both sides. Okay, and then what I did, and I'll show you with these ones because I've already got these ones all laid out. And these are all the ones, like I said, that I had previously made. I just made a bunches of them in different colors, different tissue papers and stuff. And then I'll show you how I decorated them. These are the ones. They're so much fun. And you could just leave them plain like that too. I think they look pretty just like that. But this year I changed them up because I made them just plain last year. And then this year I think I added the little embellishments. So this one I already picked out everything to put on here. So we're just going to glue everything down. And then see, here's just the pink one. Here's the other side, and then here's the perfect side. So on the side that I had to add the extra paper to is the side we're going to glue stuff on. And actually, we're going to use the glue stick for this part. It's easier. It's not quite as messy. And then plus the tissue paper, it with the liquid glue, it actually makes the tissue paper more liquidy and moist. And then the glossy accents doesn't stick as well. It doesn't dry as fast. So then we're going to put this little one up here. And then we'll put this one right down here. And now all these embellishments and stuff, this is just like little, this was one of my little punch outs. I have a little flower punch, and so I punched out a bunch of these in different colors. And then this was from the trim of one of my scrapbook papers. And you know how they sometimes have those pages where it has like just the strips of the decorative stuff? And there's that one. And then we could actually, with this one, we could add some, we'll put one of these little glitter dots on there. I love these glitter dots. Or actually, let's put it right there in the middle of the flower. Oh, yeah, I like it in the flower. Okay. And then put another one on that flower. Perfect. There, that's perfect. And then what I did is I took my Glossy Accents, and then I just went around the edge. Oops, it's not going to come out, is it? Okay, let's poke a hole. There we go. Okay, and then put it just around the edge. Just want to frame it first to start with. There we go. I'm trying to make sure that I get it over that glitter really good. And then just kind of spread it around. I put a lot in here already. So now I'm just kind of spreading it around, making sure everything gets covered. So far, I haven't had to use 2 coats of this. I've only had to use like 1 coat. So it covers really good. Alrighty, and there we go. Now I'm going to set this aside. I've been leaving these to set overnight, and they've been drying perfectly overnight. So I just have this little tray. I just have this little metal tray, and then I just set all of my little hearts on there so they're out of the way, and then I can just move this around. So that's all it takes to make these. I mean, it doesn't really take very much. And they're really fun. Like I said, I've got a whole bunch up here still that I have to finish. I have this whole little bowl full of them that I have to put embellishments on. And then I have all these up here that I still have to glue the accents on. So here we'll do another one right here. Oops. And now this one, I actually added a little bit of the what is that? That gauze stuff. This on here. And then I'll just glue that down too. Well, it's actually kind of stuck on there already with some of the glue behind it. Okay, so then we'll put this on, the little feather. So you could decorate these with any kind of holiday, or if you want to just do, you know, like a bunches of little thank yous on them or something. They're fun. I mean, you can add whatever you feel like on these. There's no specific way to do them. It's whatever you like. There we go. And maybe I will put just a little bit back here. Stick that down, make sure it stays down pretty good. And then some under here. So it's coming up under the feather already. There we go. Okay, and then close that up. And then we'll put the glossy accents on this one. I like this glossy accents. Now this is the first time I've done this with these on here with the glossy accents, because I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but I think it looks really pretty. It just makes all the colors pop out, and it just adds something to them. I think it looks really cool. There. And I'll just move it around. And then after this dries, you could probably cut off this if it's sticking out and you don't like that. You could probably cut that off. I don't know if I'm going to or not. We shall see how it looks when it's all done. There. There's another one done, and then I'll just turn around and put that on my tray. There. So we'll just keep on going. Here's another one. See, I like laying these all out. I have a ton of them up here that I've already laid out everything, and now all I have to do is just glue everything down on them, and then I can set them aside and let them dry. Now this one, glue down first. So it's on the bottom. Put this one up here. And now these are from the scrapbook paper too. It was just like, let me finish this one. I'll put this one down. Right across there. Isn't that cute? Okay. And see, it's what I'm saying is like these little strips, these come like from the insides of your Like this is those strips that come like in a whole 12 by 12 piece of paper in your scrapbook papers. And so I just cut out all these little strips, and then I cut them down, and then see, here's one of the little hearts. That's like this little heart here that I cut out. That's one of these little hearts. And then those flowers that I just did, I cut out of this little strip. There's another one in here. Oh yeah, here's this one right here. This strip right here is the other half of this. So yeah, I just used the strips in the paper, and I just cut out each strip, and then I just use these to decorate. And then here's some of the little fruit that I used on this one. This is one we'll glue next. But I cut out the little fruit and just fussy cutted everything out, and then I just use those as embellishments. So yeah, you can use it. And because otherwise, you know, with cards and stuff, I don't usually use this on cards. Every once in a while, maybe for a border or something. But like the fruits and stuff, I probably wouldn't have used. So these are really fun. And then you can also use these on clusters. I just have a little box over here. This is where I keep all of my little punches, like all the different little punch pieces. This is from when I was doing a project, and these are all the little corner pieces. And I thought, oh, I'm going to save those. And so these I'm going to make little banners out of for like on the front of a card and stuff. You can use those. But these are all just little punches, and I just keep them all in this little container. And I got this container at Dollar Tree. So, I mean, you can just put all kinds of little ones in. So this is what I've been using. These were those little flowers that we just used on the last one. I got little tiny hearts, and then these are a little bit bigger hearts. So that's how I store all of my little punches. And I use this, it goes in my clusters bin that I have for all my stuff for making my clusters. And then I just used all of my, I've got different little stickers and stuff over here. Like I have these little dot stickers I got in a swab with Chanel. She gave those to me. And then I use these little word stickers. And then here's these little unicorn stickers. I haven't used any of these yet. And then I use these shell ones. So you can use pretty much anything that you've got in your stash that you wanted to put on these, you can use them. And then the little glassine bags, I just stamped those, and that's, I just used this stamp, and it came in, it's a Tim Holtz stamp. Now, I'm not sure if they even make this. I've had this for probably about 4 years, this stamp set, but it's a Tim Holtz stamp set. And I used this stamp for the front of the bags. And so I got like half of the stamp, like this part of the stamp in there. So, but yeah, it's, and I looked on Amazon and I couldn't find it on there. So I don't know. I haven't seen it in Michael's for several years, but this is where that's where I got it, was at Michael's about 4 or 5 years ago. And then I used Stampin' Up's Early Espresso for the ink to stamp on the front, and it stamps really good. What I did is I inked up the pad, I inked up the stamp, and then I stamped it off once on a scrap paper, and then stamped it on here to kind of get a little bit lighter, but I still wanted it to be shown up. I used crumb cake ink at first, but it was way too light, and you really couldn't see it. So it's up to you. I wanted mine to be seen. I wanted it to stand out quite a bit. So that's why I use the Early Espresso. But if you really want it light, and you can use any kind of stamp on the front of this too. You know, you don't have to use this kind. But yeah, any design that you like, or I don't know, just, you know, if you wanted to just stamp a word or a saying or something on the front of that, you could even do that. I mean, it's up to you what you want to put on the front of your little bag, because that would be kind of cute too. I just thought of that. Put thank you on the front, and then just give these as little thank you notes to people or something, or put it in a card, a thank you card. So that'd be cute. But anyway, so yeah, like I've got all these already made. Here's another one that I just used. Oops. Now this was just like from a little magazine. It's like a little picture that was in a magazine, and then I used one of the little words from, I don't know where I got that one. I think that was from one of those little strips too. And then one of the little glitter dots, and then here's one of the little star punches that I did. So you could even cut little pictures out of magazines and put it on there. But I just think it looks really cool. I think they're neat. So, and they're fun. I mean, they're really fun to make. And then here's another one. I kind of made it vintage looking with the little vintage postcards. These are from one of the, I think this was from the Tim Holtz ephemera packs. And so was this little stamp. And then the little butterfly came from another one of the Tim Holtz ephemera packs. So, and I just stuck it all on there. But that's kind of like what I do with the clusters. You know, when I make the clusters, I just layer stuff on and then, you know, just glue them all down and, or staple them. So anyway, let's make a couple more. They're fun. I like them. And I like giving them to people. Okay, this one's done and that one's done. Let's do this one next. So we will glue down our pineapple first. And this makes it so much easier too, like when you lay everything out and then you can just jump through really fast and glue everything down. And then the glossy accents, so if these don't stick totally down, it's okay, because the glossy accents will hold them in really good. I do try and cover really well on the back though to make sure that it'll stick on there. And then just press them in place a little. There we go. Get off any of that extra glue on there. There's another one done. And then let's do this one. And see, here's that strip. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and be real careful when you do this, because that tissue paper is still kind of loose, so you don't want it to tear. And then put my cheesecloth. That's what this is called, cheesecloth. Sorry. And then we'll put this over here on the back of that. Sorry, I don't mean to go off camera. There we go. That right there. Oops. There. And there's another one done. See, they go pretty quick. Put that one right there. And then on this one, I think I'm going to put a couple of those little gold dots too, because I think these are so pretty. one right there. What do you think? Should I put another one? Yeah, we need to put another one. Gotta glitter. You have to have all the glitter. Glitter makes everything. Yeah, that's okay, huh? All right. Maybe one more. I like the odd number theory. So you got to put one more. There. I don't believe in that theory that less is more. I think more is better. I like that. Okay. I just noticed that little tail end was sticking up, so I wanted to glue that down. Okay, on with this one. Oops, come on, get off there. All right, let's put this one down first. Oh my goodness, my fingers are getting all sticky. Oh yes, you can create these. These are so simple. And there's no right or wrong way about doing these. I mean, even like I was saying, just leaving them plain, you can, they look just as nice. I liked them the way they were, just plain too. Yeah, there's no right or wrong about doing this. It's just what you like and how you perceive them. It's just your creativity. You're the artist. Yeah, that's kind of clustered up, but that's okay. I like it. I think it looks good with all that gold and shimmery on there. Have you tried the little candle cakes yet, Monica? Those are fun too. And let's do, well, I'll glue all this stuff down first. And see, this was from one of the Tim Holtz ephemera packs too. I hope I'm saying that word right. I always think that I'm saying that wrong. And then we'll put this one down. These are all from that little Tim Holtz pack. Oh, cool. I'm glad that you did. Aren't they fun? I mean, they're just so cute. And everybody, I mean, everyone I've ever given one of those to have always loved them. They're just the cutest little gifts to give. And then with this one, I'm just going to put a little teeny bit of glue right on the back of it. Oh, if I can get the glue out. There we go. And put that right there. There we go. And there's that one. And then we'll make this one here. This right here. Oops. And this is just the Scotch permanent glue stick. That's all I'm using to glue these down. You can probably even use the Elmer's permanent glue. Anything that's permanent, you don't want it to be water-based or anything because you don't want it to come up. Okay, and then this down. No, go for it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, any of my videos, if you want to share them, because a lot of my ideas I get from other people as well, and I make sure that they're okay with, you know, sharing and stuff too. So, yeah. Okay, you want me to go back and show you how to do the wireframe? Yeah, I can do that. But no, share anything that I put up here. Go ahead, share it with your friends and whoever. That's great. Sure, we can make a wire real quick. Now, what I did is, I don't know if you caught that part either too, but this is just, I think it's floral wire. It's just real thin. I'm not sure which gauge it is because like I said, I've had this wire for forever. I mean, I had it like at least 20 years or something. I've just had it in my jewelry stuff, and I don't think that this is actually jewelry wire. But I do think it's the floral wire. It's just real thin, and see, it bends real easy, so it's not really a thick wire, and it's not a real stiff wire. So this is only like 7.5 inches. So let me measure before I cut it, to make these little hearts. If you made them bigger though, like I was saying, you've got to make your hearts real skinny in order for them to fit inside of the little glassine bags. So, okay, these are, let me cut it. There we go. But yeah, because these glassine bags are 2 inches across by 3.5 inches long. So in order for it to fit inside, you have to make them pretty skinny. So I just usually, it's approximately 7.25 to 7.5 inches long is all you need for the wire piece. And then what I do is I kind of like fold it in half, and then I crisscross the ends to where there's like maybe probably what, 1/4 of an inch down here on either side. You were from the point where they cross right here, maybe 1/4, maybe 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch where they cross right here. Okay, and then I take my flat nosed pliers. These are my jewelry wire pliers, and then I just twist the ends around, and make sure you keep holding it right where you crisscrossed them, because you don't want it to come apart. And then plus it's easier to twist it because you want them to be nice and firm down here on the end where you twist, because you got to roll them up. Okay, and then just kind of bring those two little pieces on the end together. Okay, then I go back and I flatten it out. Oops, there we go. Kind of straighten it out a little bit. Okay, so you want to make sure this is all straight down here. And then I take my round nosed ones. These are my jewelry ones as well. And then I just grab right on the very tip. Okay, so right on the very end. I don't want to get too close because it gets all blurry. So right on the end where they meet, and then just kind of roll it to where you make a complete circle. See how it's like almost like that, like a complete circle. And then just roll it around. And then you can make it just a little bit smaller because that's going to make a big circle. So I squeeze in. Yeah. Some of them you don't have to do that because then when you curl it around, it makes it perfect circle. But this one, it didn't. It was too big. So then I take it on either side. Okay, so you've got it like this, and it's flat. Okay, so then you take it on the flat side, and then you squeeze it between your pliers. Okay, and then you start rolling. This is the easiest way that I found to do it. Now, if you wanted to do your jewelry, the round nose ones, and roll it all the way up, you could, but I like it like this because then it keeps it nice and flat. And then the little opening isn't quite as big because you don't want the little opening there to be too open, because you don't want it to be poked through. You don't want anything to go through the tissue paper. So, all right, unless you wanted to use it to hang it up or something upside down or something. And then when you get to this part right here, okay, where the two wires start to come apart, what I do is this wire right here on this far side, I like to keep it flat and go around the top of this, so that it just kind of protects that right there. And then you can go up as high as you want. Then this wire back here, I kind of pull taunt to the other one, and then just kind of make sure that it's flat so that they're all lined up together. Okay, and then flat up against the back side of the front one, and then just kind of roll it so that it looks like that. And now you can roll it up as high as you want. You don't have to, you know, I just kind of just a little bit where it's nice and hidden, and then there's no sharp edges. You want to feel it, put your fingers on it, and make sure that none of those little ends or anything is poking out, because that's the last thing you want, is someone to pick it up and touch it, and then all of a sudden they cut themselves or poke themselves, and you know, that's not a nice gift to give. So yeah, just feel it and make sure that it's nice and smooth, and it is. It's nice and smooth. Then I just kind of like even it out, and I kind of make it all flat. There, you can see it a little bit better. So it's all flat like that, okay? Then up at the top is all I do is I just kind of stick my finger in. You could even use, no, that's kind of hard. But I just use my fingernail, or you can use your finger. And then I hold on either side here, and then I just push down in the middle. Okay, so I hold on either side, and then I push down in the middle at the very top. And then you can make your dip in your heart however deep you want it to be. If you want it real deep like that, then you can have it like that. If you want it to angle and then have this angle out, you can make it like that. So you can make it any kind of shape that you want. This is really fun. That's what the fun part. You get to be really artistic if you want to make a nice big fat heart. But then again, when you're making your heart, make sure that you're going to be able to. So see, this is where I was saying, if you get too much wire and it's too fat, let me find one of my empty Glassine bags. You got to make sure that it's going to fit into your bag. So even with this little fat one right here, he still fits in there. Now, if I got him a little bit bigger, or if your wire was a little bigger and you made him any fatter, he might not fit in there. See, he's kind of tight, but he still fits, but he's kind of tight. But so you can make him however big you want, however skinny you want. Make the dip in the middle deeper. And then I just fine tune it. And if I want him to be more round, you can just shape him however you want. And then you just put your tissue paper on. Okay? There. So that's your little heart. That's all you have to do. Isn't it fun? So there's your artistic part. You get to create that however you want now. And then you saw the tissue paper part, how I did that, right? I put the tissue. And like I used napkins. Let me see, which one was it? This one. Wait, no. This one here. This one was actually a napkin. I don't know if I showed you that. But this was a little floral napkin, and then I just took off all the layers except for the decorative one, the decorative layer, and then I just put it down. And then underneath here, where I did the cover up on the back side, I used the newspaper print tissue paper, And then I put that in the background on this one. So it just added a little bit more. It kind of looked cool. So yeah, so you can use paper towels, napkins, tissue paper, uh, just any kind of paper, just not scrapbook paper. It has to be kind of a thin in order for it to stick. So, but there you go. Have fun. I hope you enjoy making these. And these are really cool for kids. I mean, they're real easy. Kids can make these even. Just the only part is probably cutting the wire for the kids. But other than that, little ones would even love doing all the gluing and, you know, decorating and stuff like that. So they're just fun. I enjoy these. Okay, cool. All right. Now we're going to go back to decorating some more. We've got to finish all these. I got a ton of them to make. But I'm making mine actually because I'm thinking of, ooh, that one didn't show up very good. I used wax paper for that one, and that didn't show up very good. A little snowflake. I like giving these, like, I put them in my purse and then I give them out whenever we're out and about. And so I had ran out of all of my plain ones that I had made from last year. I make a ton of them every year, and I just like to carry them around. And so this year I was thinking of actually giving some more out at my craft fair as well, as just little thank yous for my customers. And see, here's a little Christmas one. And now this, you could even punch a hole right there and then put one of those little hole saver things, you know, the protectors around it, and then use it as a Christmas ornament. So you can make Christmas ornaments out of them even. Well, I hope you have fun with them. They are fun. There we go. Yeah, if you think of any other ideas that you can use them for, let me know. I mean, I'm always looking for cool ideas and things to do, and I get bored doing the same thing over and over, so I like to change things up every now and then and do something different. I don't I don't do good doing the same thing over and over and over for a long time. There we go. See, this is a kind of like a little vintage styled one. Now, this is one of those papers, and then I just cut it up in little strips and then just laid them out on here. Made my own little decorative element. We'll see how it turns out, though. This is kind of like an imagination type thing here. Some of my stuff, I think, in my head, it looks really cool, but then when I actually put it down and make it, it's like, oh, what was I thinking? That's not what was in my head. I think that's the thing with all crafters, isn't it? We're all kind of like that. We have to change things up every now and then. Okay, there we go. All right, one more. Okay, when I was making this, I thought it looked cool. Oh, there. Okay, that doesn't look too bad so far. Okay, got all this glue sticking on my fingers now. It's like all hard to do anything. Oh, perfect. There. That looks kind of cool, huh? All right, we got to jazz it up some though, because I got to have some glitter dots on here. Doesn't complete it until you got the glitter going. Oops. See, now these are even sticking to me. Okay, one right there. Do a couple little ones maybe. Okay, put one right there. Ah. How's that? How's that look? That looks kind of cool, huh? All right. I think I'm satisfied with it. I think we need some glitter on this one too, though. I love these dots. These are so cool. Yeah, we'll put one right there and then do a couple little ones. And these are nice because they're like really flat, so they don't really stick up too much, so you don't have to worry about the bumpiness of it or anything. They're just real flat. There. Okay, which one else needs some glitter on it? Ooh, we'll put one on this one too. I know that one's so busy right now already, so it's all right though. It needs some more busyness. Yeah, we'll put it right there. These I actually got, I didn't buy these. I got them in a swap. One of the ladies that her and I swapped some stuff and she sent them to me, and I don't know, she's in the UK, so I'm not really sure where she got them. But her YouTube channel is Stampin' Stilettos and her name is Chanel. So you could actually contact her, email her, or leave a comment in her site if you wanted to and ask her where she got them, because I have not seen them here in the United States. In the stores, I haven't seen them. All the ones that I've seen are real bumpy. They have like kind of a little bump, just like all the other little rhinestone ones, but these are completely flat. See, there's no bumps to them whatsoever. So but yeah, her name is Chanel and it's Stampin' Stilettos on YouTube. So go check her out and you can ask her actually where she got them, because I haven't seen them. So, but I love them. They're perfect for like little embellishments like this. So let's see, what other ones do we need to put some glitter on? Yeah, we'll put one on this one too. But for little flat projects like this, it works out perfect. And this is a lot on here. I've used quite a few already, and there's still quite a few left. Oops. There. Now one more. It needs one more. There. So So now we got to put the glossy accents on all of these. And I'll actually, let me bring over my tray so I can just stick them all on my tray. That right there. And somebody else was saying that I think it's called triple thick. That you can use that as well. It's the same as the glossy accents. I haven't used that. I haven't even seen it, so um, I don't know how well that works on this. But they say it's the same as glossy accents, and it's a little bit cheaper, I think. But I haven't seen it in any of my Michaels around here. And I don't know if you can get it at Michael's or if it's like Hobby Lobby or Joann's or something like that. Okay, there's one. Doesn't that look pretty already? It kind of discolors the tissue paper underneath and it looks like, oh no, it's all, I thought at first it was ruining the oops, there's a bubble in there. It was ruining the tissue paper and it was gonna be all foggy like that, but it doesn't. It actually, when it dries, it actually comes out really, really shiny. So if you see it getting cloudy, after you put while the glossy accents is wet, don't think that it's ruined. It's not ruined. Because when it dries, it comes out perfect. It's all nice and shiny, and it actually makes the colors pop. There we go. Yeah, I had some little bubbles, so you gotta kind of get the bubbles out. I noticed that one of the ones that I'd made, and then there was like a little bubble left in there that I didn't see. And when it dried, it actually kind of like left a little lump in the glossy accent. So try and get your bubbles out if you can. Some of them are kind of unavoidable. They're down in the middle. So there you go. And see how it's cloudy like that? It's okay. Don't panic or anything. It's supposed to look like that. So um just let it dry and it'll look good. This is so fun because it just changes the look of them when they're all dried. And also on the papers, like on this edge right here, that kind of stuck up. So make sure you put a little bit thicker so that it covers the top of it so it doesn't pop out. Because I don't know, I haven't, like I said, this is the first time I've ever used this on these, but I wouldn't want it to catch on something and then the whole thing come up. I don't know if it would, um, or if that little piece would just chip off, but you know, just to be on the safe side, if you have a little piece of the paper sticking up, either cut it off before you put the glossy accents or make sure you put it a little bit thicker to cover it so it stays on there. Oh no, that one covered perfect. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Monica. There. And then I kind of bring it down here on the little tip too, because it kind of looks cool. It just makes the whole thing there. Well, I like to share things. I love crafting and I love to share what I do. And if someone else can get something out of it and enjoy it as much as I do, then to me that's all I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to share what I love with everybody. And, not everything is appealing to everybody, but if, you find something that I'm doing that you really like to do and you enjoy it, then great, I'm happy because then I've done my job. I've shared something with you that you can go out and create or teach someone else how to do. And I think it's fun. That's why I'm really enjoying the YouTube because I watch a lot of other people's videos too. Like I have several people that I am inspired by. And so when I'm not making my videos, I'm watching theirs while I'm crafting. And so it's fun. And I just love that YouTube has that opportunity that crafters get to share their love with each other. And we learn from one another, and I think that's what's awesome is because there's so many good artistic people on here that are willing to share their ideas and their crafts with everyone that we can all learn. It's great. Yeah, I've never been able to draw anything. My husband is the artistic one. He can draw and he does that part of art, but I never did. Now, crafting, this is my forte. I love making things, and I think my thing is I like to see the end product and think, wow, I made that from nothing. Because I like to use I do a lot of repurposing and refurbishing and stuff like that. So making things come back to life in another form, that's fun for me too. There. And then see, like in the middle part here where it's kind of gets thick, then you just spread that around. I'm not really even actually squeezing anymore. I just kind of squeeze around the edges and then a little bit on the ends here and then down here. And then I just kind of like smooth it around, fill in all the spots. So I'm not really using too much of the glossy accents. Ooh, you sew? Yeah, I used to sew. I used to quilt and stuff, but I am not good at doing patterns. I cannot do a pattern like to sew clothes together and stuff. I cannot do that. I don't know what it is. It's like there's a block or something. So I admire people that can do that. So if you do that, that is awesome. I should send you some of the patterns that I wanted to make and never could. I've tried. And I even took home economics in high school. I think I made an apron and I made a blouse one time, but oh my goodness, that took me like 6 months to make it. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I love sewing. I can quilt. I love quilting. I hand quilt though. I don't sew on a sewing machine. Okay, let's spread that around. So now, do you do any kind of like scrapbooking or anything like that, Monica? Okay, so you do the paper crafting. Okay. Yeah, I've not done any scrapbooking either, but I loved and I don't know, maybe someday I will because I never thought that I would ever do junk journals because I never understood what junk journals were. And then, oh, I don't know, about February, January, February of this year, I found a YouTube channel, Jessica Rapp, and she did these awesome junk journals. And I got into doing junk journals, and now I love them. I love making junk journals. It's like so therapeutic, and you get to use up a lot of scrap papers and like papers I've had for years and years, and I never thought to use them, like wrapping papers and old books and magazines and stuff. And never thought, how am I ever going to use these? I always saved them because I just thought they were cool because they were old and everything. But the scrapbooking is too hard. But I got into it, and now I've used all that, and I'm go to bookstores now, and I look for old books and magazines and different things. But yeah, I love doing junk journals, though. That's really fun for me. I never understood them, but now they're really cool. Now this one, I don't know how this bow is going to work out. I'm going to have to, well, you know what? I should have just left that on the outside. Oh, well, it's too late now. I already put the glossy over it. We'll see how that works. I haven't never done that before, so we'll see how that stays on. Okay, I really coated that good. But yeah, if you've never made a junk journal, you've got to try it. And Jessica Rapp, she's really awesome. And then Roxy's Creations, if you ever go to her YouTube channel as well. Awesome, awesome junk journal. So if you ever think about doing it, those are two really good artists, junk journal artists that I follow, and I really have learned a lot from them. What did you do the same thing? Fell in love with the junk journals too, or? Oh, okay, yeah, go check them out. You gotta check them out. And Jessica Rapp actually, and I think Roxy too. They both have Etsy shops too that they sell their junk journals in. And actually, doing this is kind of therapeutic right now too. So I am getting all quiet. I'm concentrating. There. Now, see, I haven't done this with the gauze on them. These two that I've done today so far are the only ones I've done with the gauze, so I don't know how that's going to turn out either. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that do the junk journals, and um, I never really understood or could get into them, and I thought, oh, those are so hard to do. And then I tried one time, and oh, I just loved it. Now they're fun. I enjoy them. I just haven't had time to make any recently. I'm trying to get ready for my craft show that we're having. Well, it's not really a craft show per se. It's like 6 months out of the year, 4 days out of the week or out of the month for 6 months, they have this great big art festival up in the city. And so I've committed this year already to have a little booth there, so I have to have 6 months worth of stuff to sell. And it's like, oh, awesome artists there and crafters, and they have all kinds of really cool stuff. It's a lot of vintage and repurposed furniture and art and sculpture, you know, our yard sculpture stuff, and it's awesome. It's a really inspiring place if you're a crafter to go, and artist even, because there's some really talented people there. And I just love walking around and looking at everybody else's stuff. My husband said last year, he's like, I think you spent your whole profits there. This year, I've told him, nope, I'm not buying anything this year. I can't. I'm not going to shop. We'll see how that goes. Thank you. I hope I do. I have so much fun just being there. It's an awesome experience just to be around all the talent, and to be accepted to go there, you know, it's like, because there's only a few people that outsiders, because mostly it's just people that have done it for years. And so as an outsider, this is only my second year doing it. So there. I feel very honored to be able to go. And we are on our last one. So, oops, that little rhinestone moved. Okay, don't move no more. So this will be our last one. And then I gotta lay out a bunch more and get those ones ready too. See how fast this goes when you have everything already laid out, and then just go through and glue everything down and then come back through and do the glossy accent. It makes it like a, you know, an assembly line. It makes it way faster like this. There's a bubble, so you got to get those bubbles out. There we go. There. These are so pretty. There we go. All right, so we're going to set those ones aside, and then I'm just going to show you a couple of ones, how I just kind of pick stuff out and lay them out, and then I'm going to have to say goodbye because I got to go and fix my husband some lunch. And so I just, in my little box here, let's see, and I've got my little bowls of, oops, embellishments here too. Now these are all the little cutouts and stuff, the little fussy cutting that I did, and here's some of the little cheesecloth. But these are like the little magazine pieces that I cut out. All this is little, here's another little magazine piece. But yeah, these are all just little pieces that I fussy cut in here and in this one. And then this one is just some of the little words that I cut out of those strips of paper. So I kind of like doing these Mexican styled ones right now. They're on the purple. They go really well on the purple. Nah, that's too much. Let's get a little cactus or something. Oh wait, where's some of my fruit? Here's a little kiwi. Put a little kiwi on there. One of these little hearts. Yeah, I like that pink heart. And watermelon? No, no watermelon. We don't need watermelon. How many different items? Well, I've got, I don't know. I've got a ton of stuff. I take cards. I've made some crocheted like grocery totes. I've made oh, pretty much a lot of the stuff that I've made on here. I'll probably be taking some of that stuff. But I made a lot of Christmas cards, Thanksgiving cards. I've done some little Halloween treat um, things, boxes, and then some little treat bags. And then I did the little pumpkin pies, the slices. I'm going to take those because those were really popular for Valentine's Day. I did some. And so I'm doing the little pumpkin pie slices this year. But yeah, I take a variety of different things. I don't know. I've got probably over like 50, 60 different things that I'll be taking, maybe more. Um, but yeah, and then I make um, at least I've made at least 50 of everything that I'm taking. So that for me that's a start, and then I'll see after that if I'm running out or running low, then I'll make more to take for the next, however, many months or whatever. But I have to do, like, right now I've completed all of my Christmas stuff. So I made some little um, Christmas treats, little Christmas stocking stuffer stuff, and then bunches of Christmas cards. And then I've done the Halloween and Thanksgiving. So far I've got the next 3 months taken care of. And then for January, February, and March, I've got to do, I'll start my Valentine's probably next month for January's show. So I'll do Valentine's and then Mother's Day, Father's Day, and Easter for January, February, and March. So yeah, for 6 months out of the year, I'm very busy with the show, but then I'm also busy doing stuff all year round for those 6 months. At least this year I have been. So yes, yes, very busy. It's an everyday thing, but I enjoy it. And like I say, I get bored with one thing, so I start on something else. And so it just every day is something new and different. And um, I can't do the same thing over and over. So I never know what I'm going to be working on next. And then I change my mind about things that I'm going to take and then things that I'm going to make. And I think, oh, I'll do a bunch of those. And then I'm like, I change my mind and say, no, I'm not even going to take them. So yeah, it just depends. And then, like, I see also, like, in the first couple of months, the first couple of shows that I do, how well certain things are doing. And then if they do really well, then I'll make a bunch more of that. And in the 3 weeks in between the shows. So yeah, it just kind of depends. I don't know. I'm not really liking this one today. I'm not able to get it to come together. Let's try. I want to do a vintage one. Let's do a vintage one. There, like that. And Or should we just do the flowers on here? Oh, thank you, Anka. Okay, let's put this one on there. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just do that for right now. How's that? Because I'm really not liking how that other one turned out. So we'll just do that for right now. Oops, nope, that's the wrong glue. So we'll glue this one down. And actually that's the front side, so we'll put it on this side here. Because we want both sides to look nice. So we'll put it on the back side. And then the back side looks pretty too. That there. But see, the longest part of doing these, the hardest part for me, is picking out all the decorations. So that's why I have them all laid out ahead of time, because, you know, it takes me forever. I mean, making them and gluing them down and everything, that doesn't take very long at all. It's just picking, as you saw just then. I was like, took forever. Anyways, so I have to go now, but I just wanted to go through all of this with you and show you my process. And hopefully that helped you. And maybe you'll go out and make a bunch of these too. And show the girls, you know, take them to your high school. Go ahead and show them and whoever you want. All of these, you know, the cakes, the little boxes, these little things, anything that I have posted up here, you're more than welcome to copy and share with whomever you want. I really don't mind. I enjoy doing what I do and sharing what I learn. Um, and like whenever I come up with projects that I've copied from other people, I will always put their link down below. So I want to give them credit as well. So this project, this is something I've been doing for a few years now. So, and I don't even remember. I don't remember if I saw this somewhere or I really don't. I can't remember if I just was playing around one day and I figured it out. I don't remember. So if I did see this somewhere and somebody else has already come up with this idea, great. But I've been doing this for a while, so I really can't give credit because I don't remember if I came up with it or if I found it somewhere else. So, but I'm sorry if this was someone else's idea. But anyways, thanks, Monica. I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope to see you again soon. I'm trying to do every Wednesday. Like today, I had some technical difficulty getting on here, so hopefully this won't happen again. And then last week, we were nursing my cat back to life. So, but anyways, I will see you again, and please keep watching. I appreciate you coming today and chatting with you. That was so much fun. Thank you. And have fun. Have a great day. Good night. And all of the information will be listed down below where I've gotten my stuff or where you can find these items, or there's links also too. So some of the stuff that you can buy online or that you can find online, I've left the links for. So, and if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. Talk to you later. Have a good day. Thanks, Monica. Bye.